Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Mir Zaid, and I am so excited you're here today. Get this. I was at the grocery store the other day, just minding my own business, trying to decide between, 12 different kinds of ketchup. And I looked at the bottle and I was like, wait a minute, this isn't from where I thought it was from. It got me thinking, How many of those classic, all-American products we use every single day, the ones that feel as American as apple pie, are actually made in Canada? You guys, the list is wild. I went down a rabbit hole and what I found completely blew my mind. We're talking about stuff you have in your pantry, in your car, in your pocket right now. All right, first up, let's talk about the king of condiments. The Big Red. I'm talking about Heinz ketchup. I mean, come on, is there anything more American than putting ketchup on your fries? Or your hot dog? Or your eggs? No judgment. You think of Heinz, you think of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right? The 57 varieties. It's an American institution. For over a century, that was the story. But, you guys, things change. A few years back, Heinz made a huge move. They closed a major plant in the US and shifted a ton of their ketchup production, you guessed it, up to Canada. Okay, next up is one for all my fellow chocoholics out there. And I know you're out there. I see you. Let's talk about Hershey's chocolate. The Hershey's Kiss, the classic chocolate bar. It's the taste of childhood. You think of Hershey, Pennsylvania, right? The whole town smells like chocolate. It's literally on the street signs. You just assume every single one of those silver-wrapped kisses comes straight from Chocolate Town, USA. But here's the inside scoop. While Hershey, Pennsylvania is still the heart of the empire, Hershey's has some massive manufacturing plants in Canada. These factories are churning out tons of our favorite Hershey's treats, not just for Canadians, but for the entire North American market. All right, this next one is a staple. It's the go-to meal for college students, for kids, for me last Tuesday. I'm talking about Kraft Dinner, or as we call it in the States, Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. That blue box is a beacon of hope in the pantry. It's cheesy, it's easy, it's perfect. It feels so fundamentally American, a comfort food that's been in our lives forever. You just assume it's made somewhere in the heartland, right? Well, get ready for this, because it's a plot twist worthy of a movie. The Kraft Dinner that's beloved in both the US and Canada, the main production hub for all of North America, is located in Montreal, Quebec. Let's switch gears for a second. Get it? Gears? We're talking cars. Specifically, let's talk about the Ford Edge. It's a super popular mid-size SUV. You see them everywhere on American roads. They look tough, they feel American. And Ford is, of course, one of the big three American automakers. You think Detroit, you think Michigan, you think Henry Ford and the assembly line. It's the definition of built Ford, tough, and made in America. But if you own a Ford Edge, you might want to check the label on the door jamb. Because every single Ford Edge sold in North America, and actually around the world, is assembled in Oakville, Ontario. So while the brand is as American as it gets, the hands that build it are Canadian. It's like a beautiful international collaboration parked right in your driveway. Okay, let's take a trip back in time a little bit. Remember the days before the iPhone, before Android, when the coolest thing you could own was a phone with a tiny physical keyboard? I'm talking about the BlackBerry. Oh, the BlackBerry. For a while there, it was the phone. Business people, celebrities, even the president had one. This next one is going to give you a charge. Get it? A charge? Okay, I'll stop. Maybe. Let's talk about Duracell batteries, the copper top. The bunny that just keeps going and going and going. When you need power for your remote, your kids' toys, your whatever needs batteries, you reach for Duracell. They're a household name in the United States, a brand we've trusted for decades to keep our gadgets running. You see the package, you think American power. But if you look closely at the packaging on some of those batteries, you might see a surprise. While Duracell is an American company with facilities all over the world, a significant number of the batteries sold in the US market are manufactured in Canada. Is there anything more comforting on a cold day than a warm bowl of soup? And honestly, when you think of soup, you probably think of one name: Campbell's. The iconic red and white can is basically a piece of pop art, thanks to Andy Warhol. It's been sitting in American cupboards for like 150 years. But you guys, that can of soup has a secret. Campbell's actually has a massive, and I mean massive, production facility up in Toronto, Canada. They produce millions upon millions of cans of soup, broths, and other products there that end up on shelves all across the United States. So that good feeling? Yeah. It's often cooked up, canned, and shipped from the Great White North. Okay, let's talk fashion. What is the single most American piece of clothing you can possibly think of? It has to be a pair of Levi's jeans, right? The 501s. They were worn by cowboys, by rock stars, by presidents. They are a symbol of American rebellion, hard work, and cool. Born in San Francisco during the gold rush, Levi's is woven into the very fabric of American history. You just assume they're all made in the USA. Well, for the most part, Levi's are made all over the world now. But here's a cool little detail for you. If you're looking for some of their premium, higher-end products, you might find a Made in Canada tag. Levi's has utilized Canadian manufacturing for some of their select lines that are sold in the US market. Let's talk about the most important meal of the day, breakfast. And for millions of Americans, breakfast means a bowl of Cheerios. It's often the first solid food a baby eats. It's heart-healthy. It's been on our tables since the 1940s. It's made by General Mills, a giant American food company based in Minnesota. Cheerios are as American as morning cartoons and rushing to catch the school bus. But hold on to your spoons, because here comes the twist. A huge amount of the Cheerios that fill American cereal bowls are actually made in Canada. General Mills has major manufacturing facilities there that produce Cheerios for both the Canadian and the American markets. All right, last but not least, let's have a nice relaxing cup of tea to finish things off. Let's talk about red rose tea. Now this one is especially popular in certain parts of the US, like the Northeast and the Midwest. It's been around since 1894, a classic, dependable black tea. For many, it's the tea their grandparents drank. It has that classic, old-school American feel to it. You picture a grandma in a rocking chair on a porch somewhere in New England. But here's the final surprise of the day. Red rose tea, while originally started in Canada, became a staple in the US and is still produced in Canada for the American market. The company has a long history in St. John, New Brunswick. And that's the list! How crazy is that? Ketchup, chocolate, cars, jeans. So many things we think of as completely American are actually our friendly neighbors from the north. It just goes to show you how connected our two countries really are. We share a lot more than just a border. We share a lot of the products on our shelves, too. It's kind of cool when you think about it. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be checking the labels on everything I buy from now on. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and going down this rabbit hole. I had a blast making this, and I hope you had fun watching it. If you did, you know the drill. Do me a huge favor and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. And seriously, share your thoughts in the comments. Did any of these surprise you? Do you know any others we missed? Let's keep the conversation going. And get ready, because this got me thinking. If this many American products are made in Canada, what other secrets are hiding on the shelves? For the next video, we're going global. We're going to look at iconic products from countries all over the world that are actually made in completely unexpected places. You think this was surprising? Just you wait. It's gonna be awesome. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.